All right, man. Oh shit, I forgot to. Are you ready for a good ass show?
Are you?
Nope.
Nope.
Cool.
All
All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show, and I spent all the time talking and drinking Proper 12, so I didn't look up a lyric for this week. But it's that guy over there. You ever heard that song? What's the name of that song?
Yeah, that's a good ass song. It's Alex. I'm back again. As always, the best to ever do it introduces me from right over there.
Well, it's me. I'm making chicken salad out of chicken shit. It's One Take Jake back in the saddle again, and we are joined by the mouth of the Deep South. It is the show that we know and love today because of him. He's the agent of chaos. It's Robin.
Goddamn right it is.
Hey.
Thought I was gonna wait, but I didn't.
Well, we talked about that last week, that
I
perhaps
know.
it wasn't prudent.
But
Wouldn't
hey,
be prudent.
You know, sometimes
Pertinier.
things say things. People say things.
People do say things.
Pert near.
Pert near. I saw a meme today that made me laugh. It said, you know, how do you tell how do you tell your friends it's time to leave your house? And it said, well, in the Midwest, someone will just slap their leg and go, "Welp," and then everyone will just stand up and so we'll say, "All right, well, I guess it's time we need to get going then."
That's awesome.
That's not an Oregon thing.
It definitely happens in Oregon too.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that just
All
someone
right,
will slap,
yeah.
all right, or well.
That's how you end Thanksgiving in Oregon.
I'm
Oh. You gotta have that old man sigh and then roll on out.
gonna grab some pie and watch football.
Yeah, that's it. Watch the Lions lose and the Cowboys embarrass themselves.
The Steelers are up like 23-9 against like Miami, who's on their third string quarterback. This is a primetime game.
Oh, there's like real football being happening right now.
Oh no, I'm just making fun of football.
That
On
also
Thanksgiving.
would be real. Okay.
Yeah.
They just making fun of Thanksgiving football. Thanksgiving
'cause
football is a lot like Christmas basketball. It's never good.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I like me some
Christmas basketball is usually pretty. That's
Oh,
like it's the
so
official
dumb.
opening of the season.
The best year was the one they had those terrible jerseys with the cream color.
Yes.
That was the best. That was the best Christmas day.
That was the best Christmas.
5 games and they were all good. I can't tell you who played, but Portland was one of them. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like they always get the high profile games. And there's usually a dog, but there's usually one that surprises you, and there's 3 really solid games in the middle.
And Kawhi Leonard sits them all out.
Yeah.
With cramps.
Mhm.
Yeah, in his vagina.
Kawhi's vagina.
He needs to quiet that vagina and play basketball. Just kidding. I don't like Kawhi at all in any way for any reason.
I don't like anyone from this era Clippers.
I don't like any from any era of Clippers
Like
because
I don't hate Blake Griffin.
I like DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin.
Yeah, DeAndre Jordan was pretty cool. I enjoyed Lob City until I
Yeah,
realized that Chris
that was
Paul was
fun.
kind of a fucking asshole.
yeah.
I hope he stays on that list we were talking about.
Yeah, for real.
I mean,
We'll get to it.
game recognized game, but he's not high on my list. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, probably the best point guard on the list that we're going to talk about.
What?
Iverson
What?
Iverson was a shooting guard by definition. He was
Jonathan Stockton. Jonathan.
Oh, true.
Stockton.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're there now.
All right, let's just talk about it then.
Go then.
Let's go
Go
then. We've been
going.
Alex brought up the the comment that Reggie Miller may be the greatest NBA player to never win an NBA championship, and he's got thoughts.
I watched that
I was gonna say, is it because you watch
watched
Untold?
Malice in the Palace.
I watched Untold, the
I
Malice
watched the
in
first
Palace,
40
right?
minutes or so.
It was a really good documentary, very well made. And just like their kind of brief synopsis of like Reggie Miller's career, kind of to start the whole thing, just kind of shined a light for me personally on like, man, I was one of those guys that was like, oh, it's Malone. Karl Malone, greatest to never win. Easy pick. Don't even try. It's like Dan Marino in the NFL, Karl Malone in the NBA. Who gives a shit about anything else?
He also led the league every season in 13-year-olds married.
That's true.
Oh.
That's true. But that's what it was. It was like,
we don't know
okay.
what Manute Bol was up to. Sorry.
But then you fast forward to watching Untold, Malice, and I just realized, like, dude, Reggie Miller was amazing.
Mhm.
Like,
yeah.
and it's like we all watched enough basketball for as long as we've watched basketball to know how good he was, but like, kind of that re-epiphany of like, holy shit, Reggie Miller was so good. And so I don't know, I think I put him on my own personal list. I think I put Miller number 1. Reggie Miller number 1, greatest to never do it. What I call it, the Gotniak.
The Gotniak.
Gotniak. I can't remember how I phrased it.
GTN.
Yeah, whatever. It was like Gitniak.
Yeah, Gitniak. It's like Antonio Brown. Gitniak.
Yeah, Gitniak. And that's what it came down. You responded with, if I remember correctly, Barkley.
Yeah, I think for me it's Barkley.
And I was like, yeah.
It's a solid pick too.
Barkley's on the list for sure.
The round mound of rebound. I mean, he has a very similar resume to Reggie Miller, just without the 3-point shooting. Because they played different positions.
They did do that on different teams.
Amazing.
What?
Can you imagine? I mean, they did play. I was gonna say, imagine if you got them together on the same team, as that's what you called Dream Team 2.
Dream Team 2.
Robin has a Reggie Miller Dream Team jersey.
I do.
That thing's rad. I'm legit jealous of that jersey.
Getting whack. That's what it was. Getting whack. Greatest to never win a championship is what I went with. Greatest to never win a championship. Getting whack. You said Barkley's in my top 5. I said in 2 through 5 are in no particular order. Miller number 1, and then Malone, Stockton, Barkley, and Iverson are like, that's it. Like, those 5 are the first team, all never getting rings.
Who? I wonder how many MVPs have never won a championship. Because like Barkley was MVP. Was Malone ever MVP?
Yes, and Stockton was too.
Mm-hmm.
Stockton was the MVP of the league?
I think he won an MVP. I'm pretty sure.
No way. I'm looking it up.
Look it up.
Iverson won an MVP, right?
Oh, that's true. Absolutely.
Yes.
He had to have. Like,
the year they went to the finals. And he did the step over on Tyronn Lue. That was 2001.
He was an all-star MVP. But never...
Yep. 01. NBA Most Valuable Player for Allen Iverson. 2001. 11-time All-Star. 2-time All-Star MVP. 3-time first team All-NBA.
How many all-time defense for Iverson? Like 5?
No defense.
Really?
Here it is. No, nope, that's Big East. Oh. He does have 3-time steals leader, but never a defensive player.
That's strange. That's so weird to me because, like, to me, he was so much of a defensive. Like, he would clamp you and then go just crazy on the other end of the court.
But only after he rolled his ankle.
Oh, dude! Like, I remember I got to see Portland play Denver, and it was the Melo Iverson Nuggets, and I remember that Iverson hurt his shooting wrist, and somebody's like, "Oh yeah, Iverson hurt his wrist." I'm like, "That's not good.
That's not good, guys."
Like, he's just gonna go to his offhand and score 40 points. And guess what happened? He hit the game tying shot to send it to overtime, and then the game winner.
Crazy. Stockton was never MVP. He was final or All-Star game MVP.
Oh, okay. Well.
Him and Malone shared it when they played the All-Star game in Utah. 93.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Nerds.
Bunch
That's
of nerds.
That's such a home team thing to do, and it's like the most
Right?
Utah thing ever. It's like the Utah Jazz are the team that I hate for no reason.
Yeah,
Like I
this is
can't.
fair.
Oh,
I
you're
can't.
from Oregon and Pacific Northwest. You have reason.
That's true.
They did plenty to screw over Portland.
I still love, like, one of the best moments ever in sports is when Brian Grant went nose to nose with Karl Malone and did not back down. Like that
Yeah.
was in the was that the '99 playoffs or the 2000? One of those two. But
One of
or no,
those.
that may have been yeah.
Probably 2000 because we beat Utah that year and then
That's
the
right.
Lakers beat us.
Oh no,
Like-
Tim Donaghy beat us.
Oh, whatever.
Tim
However you
Donaghy
wanna
beat
look
a lot
at
of
it.
people.
Yeah, he
I mean,
did. That
And
guy.
then also was like fixing NBA games. Ha,
did-
I made
he
him
did do
an
that.
abuser. I joke. I saw this video, super random,
don't
but
lie.
talking about marrying 13-year-olds made me think of this joke I saw. There was like this video, and it's like some impromptu or improv thing where this group he's got a guy sitting on a stool with a mouthful of water, and they're trying to make him laugh, right? So he spits out the water.
Right.
And a couple of people come out and they do wacky stuff and crack some jokes or whatever, and he kind of straight faces is totally fine. And then this girl walks out, and she looks like she's like 15, but maybe she's older than that. I don't know. But she just looks over and goes, "Hey, say what you want about pedophiles, but we all slow down in school zones." And he spits out the water and just goes, "We?" And the first time I listened to it, I didn't catch the "we slow down in school zones" part of the joke. And so him spitting it out to point it out got me in the middle. Like I'm like at work, like laughing to myself about it. I was like, and she did like the Fortnite dance and like ran off.
Wow.
So while we're on the topic of TikTok, like this will tangentially relate to it. As I'm scrolling through, like I continually hear the Jeffrey Bezos song from the Bo Burnham video thing, and I just one more time, I don't get it. Like, help me. Yeah, like explain it to me. I don't understand.
What don't you get though? Because I don't think there's anything to get. It's just stupid shit.
Like I didn't laugh as hard at whatever it was called, Inside or whatever, his newest one with the Jeffrey Bezos song,
Yeah.
as I have his past songs. I think I guess COVID hit him harder than other celebrities. I just didn't. I was like, okay, whatever. But like, I think Bo Burnham is funny, but there's nothing to get. You listen to the lyrics of the song, and if they're funny, they're funny, and if they're not, they're not. Like, there isn't a shtick to it or anything. He's just like, I thought his song about country music from like 3 specials ago was hilarious, like making fun of like the stadium country, where it's like Florida Georgia Line. You guys grew up in like suburban Atlanta. Like, there's nothing country about you, and then you sing songs about your jacked up trucks and loving tractors, and it's like, you've never even been on a John Deere, dude. And the way he's able to like make fun of that in his own country song, hilarious. But yeah, Inside was kind of, I was like, oh, so you tapped even further into your depression ? I guess. Like, I mean, Oregon and Washington were pretty serious about this whole quarantine shutdown. Like
Right.
let's take, and so I feel like if, we came out of it reasonably well adjusted, like that millionaire should be just fine.
Should be fine.
Well, it was like who was it that was like bemoaning, "Oh, I don't know, like I'm stuck in my own house," and someone's like, "You live in a 10,000 square foot mansion."
Right. I can't
Like, go into the other bedroom you haven't been into in a year. Like, what? It's like a camping trip for you.
My favorite thing about TikTok this week was sending that clip to Alex, and he goes, "Ah, so I'm on TikTok now."
Okay. Super hilarious. You sent that clip of I guess I'm on TikTok now. That's funny.
Right.
Not an hour later, right? My Malone, the wife goes, "What the hell is this?" And it popped up on her like, you might think this is funny, like the suggested videos.
That's
she doesn't
awesome.
follow you. She does
Right.
now, but she doesn't follow you or anything. It just popped like her husband just popped up on TikTok completely
awesome.
randomly.
That's
And I was like, it's
amazing.
actually a really funny clip. You should watch it.
You should watch it.
Like, I'm
It
not
is-
here to toot my own horn, but that was hilarious.
Larry will live forever.
Yeah.
Fucking
Fucking
Larry will
funny.
live forever is the name of this podcast.
And then I will send it to Larry, and he will listen.
He will listen on his horse or wolf, depending on which one he's pet most
It
recently.
could be a bear.
His
Could
wolf
remember-
horse.
His wolf horse. I think the bear is where he failed. The bear gets Larry.
You never know. You never know with Larry.
Did you ever see there was a video on YouTube? It was the guy on a buffalo.
No.
Oh,
no,
it's-
but I need to.
Yeah, it's this parody of just this movie, this old Mountain Man movie, a guy who called like Buffalo Rider or something like that. But the song's like, "Here comes a guy on the buffalo."
I typed in guy on, and then it came up with a
Guy,
buffalo.
guy on a buffalo. Like
I have
just-
seen this.
yes,
yes,
it is
Guy on a
so-
buffalo.
So good. Like give us 30 seconds of that audio.
Oh,
and we'll,
man.
and it will
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll see if it'll do it. My mic might try to mute it, but we'll try it.
It's a noise canceling mic, and it's like, Is it playing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh,
muted as hell. That's
that-
it. No
that-
sound.
Is
That got
really?
canceled. All right, I'll
That's
try it. Here.
Awesome. Yeah, because I was messing with my mic before the show, and I was like, "Oh, put it on high for this. Put it on low if you want people to be able to hear your music." I'm like, "Well, sometimes I leave the TV on, and I don't want that." So
Right.
I can see the TV in your in the reflection.
yeah, it's Agatha from Bad Moms.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. It looked like in the distortion I couldn't tell. It looked like it could be a Jennifer Lawrence. I thought maybe you were getting in on some like Hunger Games or something, but I see. Yeah.
Okay, Agatha,
Alex.
Kristen Bell, or Mila Kunis.
Mila
Kristen
Kunis.
Bell.
Mila Kunis.
No, Kristen Bell.
Every day of the
100%.
week.
No.
Damn, Jackie, I can't change the weather.
Damn, Jackie, I can't change the weather. You got to do it like get all fired up like.
Ah!
Yeah.
All right, here comes guy on a buffalo.
One day the guy on the buffalo was cruising around through the plains, seen a bear, and he thought to himself, "Oh man, I gotta get away from the bear. Oh, oh no, he's gonna chase me. Oh no, I better turn
Sounds
around
like
and
interdimensional
chase him
cable.
back." Guess what? I'm on a buffalo. Guy on a buffalo. Hey bear, bet you didn't know you was chasing a guy on a buffalo.
Oh wow.
And so it goes on from there. Like he finds a baby at one point, and yeah, it just
I have a buddy who's in like a bluegrass / folk band.
Mhm,
And that song reminded me when he gave me this piece of advice. He said, "Takes a real man to play a banjo, but it takes a true gentleman not to."
mhm. Yeah.
That's
Huh.
every single time folk bluegrass music, which I don't necessarily
Right.
hate. I don't seek it out.
I like folk and bluegrass music.
I was gonna say I don't seek it out, but I don't hate it. But every single time I hear anything nearing that genre of music, that's like my first thought. Takes a true gentleman not to.
It's like
savage.
it's my favorite request whenever I hear someone playing bagpipes is like, "Hi, can you play Far Far Away?"
Nice.
I was like, wait, I don't know that song.
That's
give
you see, that's the
$1.
problem with
Stop.
bagpipes, is that the only sound, the only volume control in a bagpipe is further McLeod.
Keep going. No,
Have
I
you
can
ever
still
seen
hear
that-
you.
Have you ever seen the guy in Portland like run across him playing the bagpipes on the
I haven't
unicycle?
seen him in person.
Oh
No.
my gosh, I've seen him like 4 times, and it's
Nice.
amazing every time.
Do you
It's
ever see him when he's like in performance mode or just riding around?
just riding around playing, and I'm like, fucking Portland, man,
Yeah,
fucking naked people.
everywhere. Like I remember I was hanging out at Julio's. I was watching his place. Ooh, Julio.
Down by the schoolyard.
And so like I just get in my car and I'm driving to probably go buy more liquor, and I just happened to drive into the Eugene naked bike ride.
Oh,
Like I'm just
I didn't know they had one.
yeah,
fucking naked people.
just everywhere, and we all had to stop at the same stop sign. That wasn't if you know anything about Eugene, that wasn't necessarily the best thing.
No,
Good-
flapjacks everywhere.
I was gonna say the titties are getting caught in the chain.
Suddenly I was like, I said, hey, do you want some breakfast? I was like, yeah. Do you want fried eggs? No.
Too early for flapjacks?
It is never too early for flapjacks.
Oh,
Can't wait for the show to be way too old and us still be doing sheesh.
Right.
Right?
It'll be 5 years from now. We're like,
Sheesh, sheesh is the new to be fair.
that's
to be
true.
fair. Sheesh.
I love
Sheesh
that-
is the new to be fair. That's the name of the episode.
Well, we've already had one sad sheesh as the name of the episode.
We did.
Oh, it was so good though.
Sheesh.
One sad sheesh, maybe one of my favorite episode titles.
Hey Jake,
I like
Hey,
it.
Alex.
can I ask you a question?
No.
I already did.
Hey, can
Ah.
I have your
Ah.
attention?
Will you
You fool.
tell
have
me
your
about
attention.
wrestling? Will you tell me
Yes,
about wrestling?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want
He's
want
like,
to
yeah,
know.
Yeah. Look at him.
I
He's
want
all
to
happy
know.
and stuff.
yeah. It was a really good week of wrestling. It was
I
like
didn't watch.
well, it's like no, that's normal. But it was SummerSlam on Sunday, and on Friday was like the second episode of AEW's new show Rampage on TNT before they all get moved over to TBS. And we'll start with for SummerSlam, John Cena came back to wrestle Roman Reigns. And so that was the main event of the show, which was freaking awesome. Those two guys put on an incredible show. And then at the very end of the match, fucking Brock Lesnar comes out.
Oh.
He's been gone since like last WrestleMania, just living on his farm. He comes out looking like an onion. The only man that's ever made a man bun look scary. He's got like a little Viking beard and a man bun and a smile on his face. And I gotta say, a happy Brock is a scary Brock. Like that's the scariest I've ever seen Brock Lesnar, is happy to be somewhere. So that's happening in WWE. So right now I'm like, okay, that's cool. There's some good wrestling going on over there. Like the guys on top are working. Everything else is boring and takes too long. But the stars are doing star shit. I watched NXT, and I watched a fantastic match between Walter and Ilya Dragunov that went for like 30 minutes and was just an absolute slugfest the entire time. Like Walter's thing, he's got these huge fucking hands and he lays in the chops on the guys, and like he leaves handprints on dudes' chests from his chops, and like there's no gimmicking them. They fucking ring out through the arena. But those two put on a fucking great match, and then Samoa Joe came back, and he was wrestling for the NXT Championship, and that match was freaking awesome. Kyle O'Reilly had a match with Adam Cole that was like, it was 3 good matches on a show, which hasn't happened in months. Like I've watched maybe 2 matches on a pay-per-view for the past year and a half, but this one I watched 3 matches, which is unheard of, and they were all really, really good matches. Now, in between that, we had AEW Rampage and the return of CM Punk, and the loudest crowd pop I have ever heard in my life.
Hmm.
Like he comes out and it's in Chicago, his hometown,
Oh,
and
that's why.
yeah, well, you've got a lot of factors contributing to this. So he's been gone for 7 years.
I was gonna say it's been like years because he did ECW or ECW,
ECW,
UFC for a while. UFC for a while, got his ass kicked in that, and then was like, well, I don't know what to do now.
I got a lot of money. I'm gonna sit over
I'm
here.
gonna hang out. Yeah.
But so yeah, he's been gone for more than 7 years. He returns to his home city, and like his song is "Cult of Personality" by In Living Color, and they hit the opening riff of that, and you didn't hear the song for the rest of the time he was walking. Like they went to break because the fans wouldn't shut the fuck up so he could get on the mic. Like
awesome.
it was so like they went all the way through Cult of Personality before he got in the ring.
Wow.
Like it was one of the most incredible like moments I've ever seen in wrestling. So all this happened within the span of about a week, and like I was like, I'm happy again, but I know it's fleeting. The oasis will dry up, and in a month I'm going to be angry again.
Yeah.
If you're Brock Lesnar and you're out there in the ring doing your thing, do you not in one heel move attempt have yourself introduced as the Brock? And like I would try like at least just one thing, whether it's like a whatever I don't know what they are, the Monday night thing. I keep wanting to say Nitro, but that's the
Raw.
old one that doesn't exist. Okay, Monday Night Raw. Come out and just be like, can you smell what the Brock is sizzling? Like
That's
and
really
just-
more of like a face move. I feel like
Yeah.
if he did something like that, he
People would
be
cheer it.
over so much. Yeah.
I would do it. I 100%
He
would be
would
like
be
just one
over.
time.
Well, he's
I-
working face right now, so maybe he could come out
That's-
and smell what the
get
Brock is
the-
sizzling.
That's
Yeah,
like
something.
that's the mankind to rock and sock connection move right there.
Right, exactly.
We're gonna have to email Paul Heyman and let him know.
I'd be
Well-
like, dude, you have him introduced as the Brock. Maybe it's like, can you taste what the Brock is sautéing?
It's
Like,
And then he
sizzling.
can
just
call all
something.
his fans broccolis.
Yes, like just something would be
Yes,
so
we're on to
funny,
something.
The
Yes.
Brock.
Broccoli's.
right?
Well, he already looks like an onion.
Do something with like,
Well,
I'm
maybe
the
he's
citizen's
stewing.
lip.
The broccoli looks like
Broccoli.
an onion.
Broccoli.
He's
Oh.
stewing. He's just
I'm a broccoli.
He's blonde,
I'm
right?
a
Be like
broccoli.
cauliflowers. I don't know.
No, that was no. Take that one back.
See, now
Why
it's a
is there
heel turn.
green?
Now it's
Yeah.
heel turn. Okay, okay.
Ooh, we
Perfect.
hate vegetables.
We hate
Ooh.
vegetables. I would brand myself
hate
as the
vegetables.
Brock for like just
It's like half a week.
the black with the knee pads, just like the Rock used to do. All of that.
Come out, do the whole gimmick.
I mean,
Like-
it would be pretty good. I'd watch it.
They had,
The
I mean,
Rock.
they had a dude do
On
it
YouTube, like a week
Yeah.
later after you heard about it.
after I'm like, hey guys, look at this stupid shit I saw on wrestling this week.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna watch it like when it happens.
Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah, the only time you watch it is if Stone Cold's on there, which is like once every year and a half or so.
Yeah, pretty much.
How was
Would you-
Stone Cold not like a ringside announcer?
'Cause he doesn't want to.
Want to.
Yeah.
I just it would just
You
be
think
so
he wants
awesome.
to have? You think he wants to have Vince McMahon in his ear for 3 hours a night?
Nope.
Well, I want like The Rock to come back to something that isn't WWE, just because that would be awesome.
Like AEW?
Yeah, just show up at AEW for like one event.
Ooh.
Just
He
get.
wouldn't do it.
No,
Just-
Vince pays him still
Yeah.
I know, like
to
just,
not do anything.
or what's the one that WWE NXT?
Yeah.
Don't they?
If
Yeah,
he showed up at NXT, like that would be incredible.
there you go. Have him show up. Boom. to NXT. Just one event, random. Like
To go up against
the,
Samoa Joe for the
Yeah,
NXT
do the whole
Championship.
thing. Like, take it super serious and be a badass about it, but like show up to that kind of second.
I got it.
Have him show up and say, "I'm gonna win the NXT Championship, and then I'm gonna ride off to Hollywood with it," just like the Hollywood Rock in what was it, 2010?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna win the NXT title and I'm gonna leave.
Mm-hmm.
But
Just
what
take
they
it with
should
me.
do is a fucking one night stand, but a WCW one, and do like a Starcade,
That would
and
be
then
awesome.
and then
I mean,
have him come
they've
back.
licensed the name. They have it.
Right,
They've used
right.
it.
So make that happen. Like again, I would watch that. You get Stone Cold to come back as stunning Steve Austin, maybe put on a wig. Like,
would be
oh
awesome.
my god,
Well, stunner a couple guys.
that could be so rad.
Well, if he's stunning Steve, he'd have to put somebody in the $1 Million Dream.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have to take the ass
He
bump.
could
then.
like kick somebody and start to do the stunner and be like, no. Oh,
Well, I mean, Ted
man.
DiBiase
What?
was just on NXT this last takeover, so why not?
Man, I hope Vince is listening to this. God,
Yeah. He's like,
we're
"Damn it,
giving
these
away
guys have
ideas
good
for
ideas."
free.
Not for
Look-
free. Not for free. Just pay
Like,
us.
Mostly,
pay us.
almost free.
We'll work below market rate, but like, I mean, I want some of that cheddar.
Cheddar. Yeah, we need to have a little cheddar on the taco.
Just a little cheddar. Like, nothing crazy. $1 million. What's $1 billion industry? Kick $1 million. We'll split it. We'll split it ourselves. Just kick
Yeah,
Red Arrow $1 million.
that's
We'll
fair.
call it good. There you
That's
go.
fair.
Done. That's it.
I'll even
Done, he says.
we'll draw you into one of our comics.
Yeah. Easy.
We'll have you like as imagine. Okay, I got it.
Welcome
Imagine,
to the rabbit hole.
imagine Vince
Right.
McMahon in the role of Jonah Jameson.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I want pictures of Power Tech.
Oh,
Damn
man.
it.
And then
Damn
somebody
it. He
shows
has
him.
to say damn it at the end.
You make the
Mm.
meme, right? The Vince McMahon meme where he's like, oh, and it's just
Right.
him getting like, here's one picture of Power Tech. That's good. Here's a close up. Oh, here's an even closer. Oh, and that's one of like the side by side panels for a whole page.
I think you guys
Man.
just stumbled onto something. I think you should definitely draw a Vince McMahon type character as a Joe Jameson.
That's happening.
Ah,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm already doing a mafia comic. I mean, I just need to draw him into it.
there you go.
yeah.
That's it.
Oh my gosh, Vince. We need a different name though. Can't be Vince McMahon.
It can be Vance.
Vance McVan. There we go.
You'll never know it's him.
I'll never know. Just like, oh god, Wade Wilson.
Man.
Nobody will ever know. Wade Wilson.
No, it's
Completely different.
It's completely different.
Super different.
He wears different colors.
Yeah, he has two eyes.
Yeah. Duh.
That's the one thing. It's like, if you're that's the one thing I always thought was cool about the Deathstroke mask is that he just covered the one eye. It's like
Yeah.
I don't have an eye, so why would I make an eye hole?
Right. It's
Yeah.
just a weakness in the mask.
Yeah. I'm gonna aim for your. Imagine getting shot in the non-eye.
Like, gotcha, bitch.
By Deadshot.
by
You missed.
Deadshot.
He's like, but did I?
But did I? I just shot a plastic eyeball bullet into your skull. Now it
can
looks like
see.
you have a second eyeball.
Did you guys watch What If yet?
No, I haven't.
I have.
Well, Jake hasn't.
Would you like
I
me to?
Nah, I don't care. We can talk about it next week.
What is it?
If all the Avengers didn't live.
Yeah. If all the
to,
Avengers
to make it to Avengers, the
if
first
they
movie.
died before the first Avengers movie.
Okay. I mean,
Like,
yeah. This is
it-
like, okay, so Thanos wins. The end.
No, not that one. The one
Like
where Loki
Avengers
shows up.
with Loki and the Tesseract. Like
Mm,
Nick Fury's like, we need to start a team. They're all dead. Crap. Like that's the premise basically.
They messed up the timeline, but whatever.
A lot.
Yeah, I was like, that's not
How
right
that happened.
at all. Nope.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Did
Like
you
a-
guys see that there I saw a thing for Crocs that was like the Loki helm
Yeah, I've seen that.
pops
they
up
have-
on my Amazon every once in a while.
It's
Have
just
you-
like a croc,
get it
but
yet?
it's got the
Yeah,
but it's like the crocodile Loki from
that's why. Yeah, that's why they
Gotcha.
did it. There you go.
I
Ha!
don't know. Ah,
He says.
It's like I was in the I've never heard that song like depth charge joke there. Like I
Right.
don't get it. Loki with Crocs. Like and that one episode there was the guy and he had the thing and he was a gotcha. Ha!
And Throg.
Frog.
Throg is still my favorite. I need a Throg storyline.
Well,
Frog
they
Thor.
talk about it. Which movie is it where they talk about? It's Ragnarok when he talks about turning him into a frog,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Oh, it was very funny."
Oh, it's very funny.
What else you can talk about? It's almost football season.
It is. I'm so excited,
So close.
and I just can't hide it.
I'm like
I-
I've expressed my I guess whatever aversion to sports that has come over me where I'm like meh and like
Mhm.
I'm forcing myself to like care again on the level that I used to care. Like I'm making and I'm hoping by the end of the season, right, it will be habit again. And so it was like in the group chat, one of many where one of a former Duck player was doing very well in the preseason, but he
Alex
plays
is
for
going
the
100.
49ers. So it was like, no, fuck him. Like, I don't want him to get hurt or die or anything like that. Like, get paid, take care of your family. Good for you, man. But guess what? I hope you lose every game, you piece of shit.
I
Fucking
also
49ers.
hope they lose every game because they're the
Yeah.
49ers.
Yeah,
I
fuck
hope
the
they
49ers.
lose all the games too, but he can still do good.
No, I don't want him to do good. If he does good, then the team does good, and they might win. I want them all to suck.
He's fine. The rest
Nope.
of the team sucks.
Nope. I don't even root for Marcus Mariota anymore. Mostly because he's a Raider, and I hate the Raiders.
I hate the Raiders.
I was cool when he was a Titan because I don't
Yeah,
give a shit about the Titans.
But
I was
it's
like,
a
yeah,
Las Vegas
good.
Raider, and Las Vegas is awesome. So
I'm
Nope,
about to
still
find
the
out.
double
Raiders.
jeopardy.
I'm about to find out.
Still,
Oh,
the-
you
how
are.
the turntables
Is that
have
next week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Ghost weeks.
Are you gonna miss a recording day,
I might.
or are you gonna do what
Nice.
Robin does and record from Vegas?
Well, I might be a
Because
little
that's been a
busy.
thing,
It has been a
Has
thing.
That has been a thing.
It has
like
been a thing.
more than once.
Yeah. that's
What
true.
you have to do is
There was the chip episode where you're eating chips the entire time.
you gotta do.
I thought it was
You-
popcorn.
Yes, of course.
You just have to time it just right, so that way you can record during the recovery period.
Ah, yes. Ah,
See?
yes.
See? Then by the time we're done recording, we make it a quick episode, and then you're good back to Vegas. Just that breather.
Because you do
And we-
need recovery time in Vegas.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure I'm gonna need plenty of
How
recovery
long
time.
How long are you going for?
Tuesday through Friday.
Freedy.
Oh, then you don't need recovery time. That is, you have enough energy to go and just survive.
Survive.
You'll be fine.
And then I land Friday night, turn around to play host to the Maxwell boys as they show up for the Seattle GP.
I can't wait. Monza in the house of a Ferrari fan. God,
Yeah.
I can't wait for a double
To
DNF.
watch them lose.
A double DNF. Double DNF. DDNF. DDNF.
Like, imagine everybody crashes. They're just like,
Just
well,
the
fuck.
same. I just want you, when you came for the
That
Hillsborough
was
GP,
so
we go right this I don't remember if they use Styrian or Austrian Grand Prix name to start the season, but it's literally up the hill into turn one, boom, Seb into Charles, they're both out of the race. 100 yards into the thing, 100 meters into the race, and that was hilarious. Same thing. They could do the same thing at Monza.
He just turns to me. He's like, "Well, thanks for coming."
Yep.
Both your guys are out 100 meters into the race.
Your race sucks. And then Verstappen's car died, and then Hamilton clips Albon, cheater, and then yeah, boom, there goes RP3. So mad.
It was a fun race.
It was a great race. Great
Looking forward to this one. We've been Alex and I have been waking up.
Qualifying.
We've been waking up early in the morning on Sundays to watch old races
Old races.
because we wanted the fix.
I couldn't go 3 weeks without a race, so we watched old races, and we picked
Why?
3 good ones
Why haven't they been racing?
because
Because
it's their
it's-
summer break.
It's like halftime.
Wait, what?
That's
Yeah, they
how
just
the
take 3
F1
weeks
season
off.
works. They just take 3 weeks off
Why?
because it's
'Cause-
really hard to race. Like it's
So?
the physical toll on the drivers. They need.
It's never
a
not
break.
hard.
They
That's
need a
what she
break.
said.
People need breaks.
That is what she said.
What they needed to do was they needed to give Mercedes more time to come up with fun and interesting ways to screw over Red Bull by cheating. You guys
Alex
had
is
Hamilton
so
do it.
salty.
You've had Bottas do it. Now we can devise a plan. We have enough time to devise a plan where you both do it. Ha 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 ha. We'll recruit those Williams boys to take them out too. Now that Latifi scored some points, he doesn't need to finish again for the
I
rest
feel
of the
like-
season.
I feel like Williams is somewhere in Alabama. Because get them Williams boys out
The
there.
Williams boys.
Them Duke boys are at it again. I'm pretty sure that was like the sound that played as Bottas slammed into the back of Sergio Perez in Hungary. Yeehaw! It was terrible. He got air, jumped
Good
over the
old
back of
boy.
it.
Never meaning no harm.
Such
F1 is all they drove. Love. Anyway.
Nope.
hate it. Hate it.
Oh.
They're born.
It's race weekend. I'm
Bro-
gonna set my fantasy lineup to keep
Bro-
winning.
Broadway Seek. It's
I got
Broadway.
asked if I wanted to do fantasy football today, and I was like, no, it's no.
Mm-mm.
I either win and have no brain for anything else,
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
I live my life and don't do it.
Yeah,
So
I
I'll
need
just say no
something.
now.
I need something to occupy my brain for a couple hours a night. So yeah, I joined a fantasy football league.
With Superhuman.
Yeah, my team name is the Superhumans.
I like the story where it's actually Superhuman more than the one where you admit that you made it. You want real Superhuman in your
Yeah,
fantasy league.
he's on my team.
I know.
He's my tight end.
Whoop, whoop.
Fuck that shit. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, I have news. News.
News.
A couple articles here of news. The first of which, if you're listening to this now, by the time you're hearing this, you can once again find us at badfacts.info. We're back. We're back on the website. I did some research and some stuff, and I found I could just use a different email address and get the website. So
Gotcha, bitch.
gotcha, bitch. So we're getting it back, and with the return of badfacts.info, I wanted to say on the on our show link today, you'll have a link to donate $1 to the show, and if you do that, I will send you 10 of our Hey Yo badfacts.info stickers to your
Nice.
house. So get them, and
Unless
that's
you
what
give
they look
us-
like.
Wrong address.
Yeah, and then someone else will get them, and they'll be like, I don't know what this is.
Hey yo.
Yo.
Hey yo, badfacts.info. I love that you had one available, like
just
lickety
boom,
split. Like I have them in my car, and like I usually stick them on ATMs and drive up windows and shit.
I
But
stuck them all over Vegas. So
that's awesome. I hope I see some. Like I'm gonna go looking for
Go
bad
look
facts.
down by the Chick-fil-A, down by Planet Hollywood.
I'm staying in Planet Hollywood, so that'll be
Oh,
perfect.
okay. So yeah. So when you go out in the mall, go out onto the strip and take a right and just start looking that way. You'll see. I mean, if they're still there, it's been a
Right, they
minute.
could have been scraped off pretty easily.
They probably were picked off, yeah. But
also it's Vegas, so like maybe not.
Maybe not, or maybe they
Ooh.
tried it and they didn't come off
So,
because I've
and
seen that happen a couple
if
times.
so, you're staying at Planet Hollywood. Big Chicken is literally straight down the street. So if you go down the street, from that's between Planet Hollywood and Top Golf,
So
and
much
go
fucking
and go that way,
So much fucking Big Chicken.
you'll walk past the tunnels where the people live in. Like, have you ever heard that story?
Yeah.
Okay, so like there's 2,000 people living under Vegas. You walk past where they go under the tunnel and down there to Big Chicken. And yeah, it's not that far. Like, or you can drive or take an Uber.
Oh,
but
hold on. Let's rewind this. There's just an underground city
Yeah.
yeah,
full of what I assume are mole people.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what? I
Haven't
am
you
the
seen Demolition
Underminer.
Man? Haven't you seen
forever.
Demolition Man? It's the Demolition Man people.
Yeah, basically.
They're under there stealing
Dennis
Taco
Rodman?
Bell. Yeah. No.
Taco Bell, what
Isn't
we gonna
Rodman in?
do?
Which one was Rodman in? I thought that was Demolition Man.
No, that was double dribble, double jeopardy, double team, double trouble.
Was it
Double-
double team with Van Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
And
that's
they
right.
had the parachutes that turned into a giant basketball.
And Wesley Snipes just happened to look like Rodman in Demolition
In
Man.
Demolition Man. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Getting
Yeah.
Snipes and Rodman. Little.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
wait,
there's-
hold on though. There's actually like thousands of people.
So yeah, so Vegas, when they built the city, they were like, hey, if we're gonna build this giant concrete city, we should probably do something about when it actually rains. So they built this giant sewer system, basically. And since it doesn't rain there very often, people, the homeless people started living there because they got kicked off the strip. They'd be living on the strip. And they found that these tunnels were fine, so they live under there.
And then
there's
the
like-
one time it does rain, they get screwed over for like
Yeah,
36 hours.
Yeah,
and
they
then,
don't like that, but yeah.
Huh.
I'm sure there's. Let me see if I can find you a video and I'll send it to you.
Of them coming out of with the rain, scurrying like rats.
Right.
There's like
Las Vegas tunnel.
Oregon, I guess starting
put
this week or
underground.
next week or something, you have to wear your mask outside. It's like some state mandate, masks outside, unless, hold on, you're under the age of 12, currently eating or drinking, or experiencing homelessness. So if anyone tries to
Wait,
give me
what?
crap, yeah, if you're homeless, you don't have to wear a mask outside. To which I respond, if anyone tries to give me shit about not wearing a mask outside, I'm gonna tell them I'm homeless. And they're gonna go, no, you're not. I'll be like, am I in my house?
Hmm.
I guess I'm homeless then.
This is my own private domicile, and I will not be harassed, bitch.
Like-
Bitch.
I don't understand how they can do like outside. Like, how do you enforce that? Is that the most important thing cops should be caring about right now? Is
Well, like,
hey,
Douglas-
you.
the
put that
Douglas
mask
County
on.
Sheriff just posted a thing today. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not enforcing any of that. So
Yeah.
y'all do whatever you want." Stupid.
It's ridiculous.
I'm ready for
I-
football.
I'm ready for football. I start my football team practice on Monday. Yeah. Oh, dude. So I got a bunch of texts from Glendale kids yesterday. They're down to 7 kids on their team.
Dang.
Good thing
Yeah.
they only need 7, right?
Well, they need 8, but
Oh, dang it.
You have
Well,
to play 8-man.
So I went down there to check out their practice, just see what it was, and it was pathetic. Like the guys that they got coaching, I don't know if they have maybe no soul, but the team just looked demoralized just doing practice. I
Wow.
was like, what? Why is there no energy? Why does it sound like a fucking funeral here? Pick it up. I don't know. I felt bad.
we
It's hard.
miss you,
Yeah, it's hard to get
coach.
that. Yeah, it's hard to get that energy going when you look around and you're like, we don't have enough guys for a team.
Well, and like the kid that was honorable mention the last couple years at receiver, he quit yesterday because he was like, we haven't thrown the ball once in practice. And I'm like, wait, why? And he's like, I don't know. And so, like, as I'm watching practice, they start throwing passing lines. I was like, did they hear that? That's weird. And so I just asked the coach, I was like, hey, why haven't you guys been passing the ball in practice? Well, we got to learn these run plays first. I'm like,
Why?
isn't passing like one of the fundamentals of football? Shouldn't that be like a daily thing? Like, you don't teach basketball and be like, hey, we're not going to learn dribbling till week 3. So you guys, we're just running around with that thing. Do it like, I don't know. Not my problem, but at the same time, I felt like this sucks. I felt bad
Mhm.
for him.
Yes. What? I mean, it's going to be. I mean, because I mean, it's not as though you'd built a powerhouse at Glendale to begin with,
No,
but like without any sort of leadership, like those kids are not going to have any fun playing football this year.
no. Not only are they not going to have fun, but they're. It doesn't seem like they're learning fundamentals of football. And then I was watching some of the stuff they did. Some of the stuff was direct copy of what I had taught them,
Mhm.
which is fine. But then there were other things I was like, what? Why? I didn't understand the logic behind some of the shit they were trying to do, and I don't
It's
know.
it was like watching with Mark Helfrich as the coach of the Ducks, having Oregon running a 3-man weave for 50 yards up the middle of the field.
Kinda.
Yeah, it's like, why are you doing that? There's
Yeah. Yeah.
no practical application to the game of football for you guys to run a 3-man weave,
Yeah.
except to be weird and innovative.
Yeah, and they weren't even. I don't even think they were innovating anything except. I mean, because they were losing before, so
Yeah,
that's
they're
not
like,
even new.
like, hey, you guys ever see a 3-man weave in basketball? Well, look, we can do it with a football.
Can you
A
guys
ball
find the
that's
goal line?
a ball that's easier to catch.
Yeah, they were actually doing it with a fucking rugby ball, big old
Nice.
melon thing.
And those things aren't like stiff like a football either. There's a little bit of squish and give to a rugby ball.
Yeah,
You can squeeze that thing.
I feel like I watched.
I don't know if I've ever even like touched a rugby ball.
Really? Oh, I used
Huh?
to throw them around anytime I went into was it Copeland's? It used to be Copeland's Sporting
Oh
Goods
yeah,
and
yeah,
Valley.
yeah.
They just had like a big old basket of random sport balls, and there were a few rugby balls in there, and I would just toss them around with my buddies.
Just do the old underhand.
Oh
whoop.
yeah, the old coach toss.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
Hmm.
I wonder who did it first, rugby or football. Wait, which one's older? Looking
Probably
it up.
rugby.
Looking it
Well,
up.
I mean,
Because
because
they look
football.
like so similar when you really watch and pay attention to what they are. So it wouldn't surprise me if rugby was around first. Rugby versus football.
Well, it
Which is
all goes back to a native game called Apanewu, where it comes down to
Where'd you
one
learn
tribe.
that?
Where did I learn that?
Yeah, where'd you learn that?
It's the FMA history book I've been reading.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not that Dorktown series.
Nope.
Oh, not that.
No.
No.
This
rugby's older.
this FMA.
Gotcha.
We can talk about that. That's been really entertaining.
I was just gonna wait till all 7 parts came out. There's
Oh,
4
fuck.
more.
Wait,
but
what is it?
It's gonna be like 4 weeks. It's like a month from now. I can't.
Are you
wait
gonna have
that
to tell
long.
me
Got
because I don't know what
content
you're talking
in a
about.
month.
Well,
So-
so John Boys has started doing. Remember how he did the history of the Seattle Mariners?
Yeah.
Well, they're doing that now with the Atlanta Falcons,
Oh, okay.
and it's they've done 3 of 7 parts at this point, and it's really good.
One of
Yeah.
the baddest football helmets I think ever was the black on black Falcons
They
helmet.
talk about that.
They
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Dude, those were sick.
They weren't allowed to have them, and they did anyway.
They did it
Yeah.
anyway. Wait, why were they not allowed to have them?
It was just like a league rule. You couldn't wear all black uniforms, and so they came out with a black logo on a black helmet with black numbers on a black jersey, wearing black pants, and everyone was like, "What?" Okay.
Well,
That was it.
they had the gray pants.
Oh, you're right. Gray pants with black stripes. The black stripes on the black and red stripes on the gray pants. Yep.
And then
And they were like, "Okay."
And then Deion Sanders had an interception and did the dance. Prime time.
Prime
time.
time. And then he went to the 49ers and did the dance on the Falcons.
Then he
Did
went
he
to the
go to
Cowboys and
Dallas?
did the dance on the 49ers.
He did go to Dallas.
And then he went to the Baltimore Ravens and did the dance to the Dallas Cowboys.
At age
He went to
37,
San
and he wore.
Francisco, then Dallas,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the Ravens.
Three
remember he-
straight Super Bowls.
I remember he had that that commercial when he signed the contract for $35 million to play for Dallas. It was like, so do you want to play wide receiver or cornerback? He's like, both. Like, do you want this or do you want that? He's like, both. Like, do you want 20 million or 15 million? Both. And they're like, do you want cheese or pepperoni? And he's like, both. It was like some food commercial or something. But yeah, like I just remember Deion Sanders. The whole thing was like he was both of
They
them.
had some good ass commercials back in the day. Like Nike
Is it the
doesn't make good
shoes?
commercials anymore like that.
No,
Those were
it's not the
good.
shoes.
The Fun Police.
Oh, the Fun Police.
The Fun Police is my favorite.
Do you remember the 2K commercial? I think they had Tracy Morgan bothering Ben Wallace
Yes.
like over and over.
Yes, I do.
Oh, those were classic. Like Ben Wallace is just like
Yeah.
shoving Tracy Morgan aside, and Tracy Morgan's like getting in his face talking trash.
I think one of the commercials that like still sticks with me like word for word is the Shaq's first commercial, because Shaq was such a big name like before he even got in the league. Like as soon as he showed up, they're like, all right, this guy's gonna be good. And I was like, wait, why? Why is he gonna be good? I mean, he's 7 foot. We have 7-footers all the time. Oh my God, he's tearing the rim down.
He's gonna be good.
And then his commercial came out right around Christmas. And then the shoes came out, I'm going to say like in March, something like that. I don't know.
McDonald's with the Charles Barkley versus Larry Bird horse.
That was
Michael
That was
Jordan. I
Jordan.
thought.
Jordan.
It was Jordan.
Who was it that showed up? It was like, hey guys, can I play?
I don't know.
that could have been Bird that showed or Barkley that showed up, but it was definitely Bird and
Yeah,
Jordan
off the
first.
backboard, through the
Yeah,
door,
through
out
the
of
door.
space.
Nothing but net
Nothing but net.
for the fries.
And nobody ever missed. Then the fries got cold and they tasted like shit.
Yeah. And not even
Well-
an air fryer can save McDonald's.
And I'm
fries.
pretty sure that they like
Red Robin fries in the air fryer. is
they
where
like
it's at.
revamped that commercial with like LeBron later, and Larry Bird, old man Larry Bird, is like, thanks, nice game, guys, and like walks away like with the fries or something. Like they did the same thing, but they brought Larry Bird back to like eat the fries while LeBron
Yeah.
and somebody else were like, LeBron and Kobe are playing horse, and Bird is like, thanks for the fries, and walks out. Like they brought the shtick back.
It all
They
comes
did
full.
do
And a
that.
snake eats itself.
Snake eats itself.
Okay,
More
so Jordan
Cheese.
Bird playing. They're sitting on the rafters. They're out in the parking lot, and they show a Big Mac. They're shooting from like on top of a building, and that was.
That was the end of it. I think there's.
And then we had Christmas.
Christmas.
Well, these people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. Make sure you're checking us out on YouTube. We have the link now available on badfacts.info. You can find us there. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Facebook. We're all over the damn web. Find us on Instagram. Find us on Twitter. Just find us like a damn tarantula, you damn Skippy. But for this episode, this edition of my show with Alex and Jake, good night, universe.
That's the podcast.
Go Ducks, you son of a bitch!
Ducks.
Go Dicks. See you, boys.
All right, bye, guys.